Now we can now. Do you want to move on?
Do you want to talk about sissy slap fights?
Well, yeah. See, this stuff is better than this show. I don't think people realize that. Like we're being dead serious when we say that. This show is horrendous. I got a couple things from it, but yes. So Doc, Will Smith, Chris Rock. Let's answer the question and then we'll all explain. I'll ask you first, Doc. Work or shoot?
I think it's a shoot that's going to turn into a work. Because everything's a work. It's just where in the timeline, in the process, and in the throughput, if you will, is it gonna turn into a work, or did it start as a work? I think.
All right. Hopper, work or shoot?
I guess a shoot.
I'm shocked. Both of y'all think it's a shoot. I'm really shocked.
Bro, you think everything's a work?
Okay, so I'll give my answer, and of course I'm a total line again.
I think he was fucking drunk.
Who was drunk? Goddamn pal, pronouns.
Will
Smith.
Yeah.
Something was weird there, because he flipped a switch real fast.
Because his wife fucking tapped him on his fucking knee and said,
"Handle
me.
this."
Yeah. You fucking bitch.
Keep my wife's name out your mouth. Well,
yeah.
What about that dude that had your wife's name all in his mouth? I mean, okay. When I first saw it, I was like, I think that's a shoot. But then I watched it way too many times and had a discussion with my wife about it. And wrestling just it's corrupted me. I feel like it was a work.
What's the angle? Where's
the
money?
The angle? Right.
So
what's
I was told
all this?
What's called? I was told that, and maybe one of y'all can look this up. Chris Rock is starting a tour this week, or
Oh yeah, bro. The tickets are selling like crazy.
They are selling like crazy.
But wouldn't they have sold like crazy anyway?
They've sold a lot more tickets since the slap happened.
The average price is $300.
I mean, look, I'm corrupted. I can freely admit, and I'm open to someone telling me I'm crazy. I am corrupted by.
Like, I get it if it's like a mid-carder out there, but Chris Rock is Chris Rock.
Yeah.
I'm corrupted, and I question everything.
And here's the thing: it don't make no sense for Will Smith, who's about to like win Best Actor, and he's trying to transition. He's trying to he's Denzel's understudy for being the next big, senior black actor.
Oh, come on.
No, that's the problem I have with thinking it's a work, because in my mind I go, why would this man go up there and do that? Because in my eyes, from what I'm hearing in the media, and again, this is my wife, I'm talking to a lot about this. I feel like he's all of a sudden, he being Will Smith is like mega heel. Like he looks bad in this situation.
He chose violence and he violated Chris Rock's safe space.
Well, no, it's not just that. It's just Chris Rock. I hate this thing because now comedians are supposed to censor themselves, which I
no. See, that's the biggest problem of all this is we're supposed to tell jokes and figure out who's going to get their pussy sore.
Right. That's a problem. That's
not how this works. If you pay the ticket, you take the ride.
Well, and that's where we're getting at here. So and look, I'm not trying to tell you what to be offended at or not be offended at. My point is at what point are you now trying to expect comedians to now regulate their comments? Because you can go back and look at this stuff in the 80s and 90s. Bruh, these comedians back then, they had no chill. And It's kind of what made some of them what they were. How would they, and I get the world has changed, but what do you expect? Is he supposed to, I hate to tie this back to something with Cody and AEW. Is he supposed to have a focus group and tell his joke to so that he can figure out if the focus group is going to be too offended by his comment? Don't get me wrong. I realized once he said it, I was like, ooh, that's pretty stiff. But, you got to learn how to,
it was stupid.
Hold on. You got to learn how to no sell stuff. Man, that's a big problem nowadays in society. You better learn how to no sell. Otherwise, you're going to be offended all the time, and people will constantly pick at that scab. Learn to no sell. Learn to no sell.
And they should have kicked him out the fucking building for.
They should. What? That's another reason why people are saying it was a work. Why didn't he get kicked out?
I think because it was black on black violence.
No, come
That ain't
on.
got. Shut up. Now you being stupid. Ain't got nothing to do with it.
Can we all just get along?
So what was like Denzel coming over to like comfort people and shit?
I don't know, man. Get out of here with that nonsense. It's
Well,
just like,
P Diddy said it was going to be handled like family at the Sunshine Room or whatever.
okay.
As Shishi's.
And she's.
Y'all stupid, man. Y'all stupid.
I don't watch award shows, so I didn't know anything. I was going over to check out some Twitter stuff and was like, holy crap. First of all, if I was going to think, how does Will Smith slap somebody? That's exactly how I think it would look.
All I know is when you slap somebody in pro wrestling, you hit him on the meat of the neck, and I swear he hit him on the meat of the neck on the side, and that does sound off when you hit somebody.
But what's the payoff for Will Smith?
That's my problem with this whole thing. Like the payoff.
He's richer than fucking All Outside, and he's about to win Best Actor.
Yeah, that's my problem with calling it a work. Like, what's his payoff? Because he comes off looking like. Put it this way, when his wife was in that entanglement, and trust me, I heard all about it because I'm married to a black female.
By entanglement, is that when she sat on that dude's face?
Oh.
So my wife's telling me all about the entanglement when it happened. So I'm thinking, all right, this dude is like, he's babyface number one, man. Like and then he's on TV crying. Like, this dude is a babyface. And he went from babyface to straight up, what the piss is wrong with you, Will? Now, don't get me wrong. Some people are like, he did right. He defended his wife's honor. Yeah, okay. If that's what makes you sleep at night, good for you.
Yeah, whatever, bro.
Chris Rock looks like a real man for just standing there taking it and going, all right, on with the show.
Yeah.
Like I said, Will comes across looking bad. But that's just
true.
my thought, dude. He looks bad.
But here's the thing. I am not telling you it's not a work. Like, I'm not laughing at you for saying it's a work or I think it's a work. Because everything's a work. My whole thing is I think it was a shoot, but they're gonna start working it. Like they'll make a movie together now. And get all of everybody's money.
Like, for real, if that happens.
Right. To promote unity in the community, if you know what I mean.
No, man, like, you're on to something if that happens. Like, come on.
But I don't think it was a work at the beginning. But that doesn't mean we've lost the ability to turn it into one.
So what do you think they're going to do if they turn it into one?
Make a movie and cash in.
Be on a celebrity boxing.
Just a movie, though?
It could turn into a franchise. These guys have history with that. Buddy comedy. They'd be the next Eddie Murphy and what's his name? Martin.
Eddie Murphy and Nick Nolte.
No, Martin Lawrence. So I just don't see the immediate payoff or angle. But I'm with you because I believe you when everything's at work. I just think we haven't seen it play out yet.
I mean, look, I'm not 100% saying it's a work. Let me make that clear. I question it. Kind of like that discussion we had a few weeks back, Doc, where we had this discussion about like how wrestling ruins you. It just does. It ruins you.
I'm right there with you. Like I don't believe the apologies yet because they ain't exchanged enough money to make it right. I mean, shit. Christopher had to make nice to Vito after he threw a sandwich at him in the pork store.
Wait, what? When was that?
Remember when Adriana they went looking for Coke and the car, and
yeah,
and then Christopher
That
went
show.
to back to the pork store or something, and they started making jokes and laughing, and like Christopher called him a fat fuck and like threw a sandwich in his face or something. And Vito was like, "You can't do that. I'm a captain." And so when they're all making up at the end, Tony goes, "You threw a sandwich at Vito. That's got to be made right."
You threw a sandwich at Vito. Oh God, what a show! What a
So
series!
the biggest news is, I think they decided that wrestling is better than award shows and decided they needed some wrestling in their award shows.
Yeah,
That's what's going to
like I
happen next
said,
year.
still put through somebody through
Hopefully
a
Kevin
table.
Owens and Machine Gun Kelly show up and he stunners him and power bombs him off the stage.
Yeah,
I watched that not too long ago with my kid too.
that was a great moment. It really
He
was.
popped on it.
Yeah, because it was good. It was
He
good.
goes, "Look at that skinny little dude. Kevin Owens needs to stunner him." I was like, "Just wait."
Any more thoughts on the award show Academy nonsense
Well,
worker
it
shit?
certainly got the broads up in arms, you know.
Boy, did it. Let me guess. LaFonda was up in arms too?
Um, she thought that Will Smith was 100% in the wrong.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Mine did too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And it's
she
fucking
thought
G.I.
so.
Jane. You know how old that shit was?
And the other thing is the joke was terrible.
Right.
That's what-
G.I. Jane too.
Like if he'd have made a joke about like if she had like bowel cancer and like her asshole falling out, okay, maybe. Look, I get it. I'd rather have hair than not have hair, but alopecia ain't in the world.
But see,
Throw
then
on
you
a
get into
wig
the
and go on with your life.
you're getting back into the thing now about this goes back to the breaking point. What's your breaking point? What's the point at which you get mad? And that
You bought a
obviously was
ticket.
for
You
her.
take the ride. If you're in that audience, you know that the host may come your way at some point.
No,
I don't
no.
think she bought a ticket first off, so I'm gonna think she got in free.
It's metaphorical. It means she put her ass in that seat.
I get it, but we know that people go, "What do you mean bought a ticket? It's free. What Jada? You know, you got guys like Darren and Nancy. What the fuck, bro? I mean, you think Jada Pinkett Smith is buying a ticket?
Maybe-
Yo, be a
Maybe
fucking
Bob
she buy no
Caudle here.
ticket.
Maybe Bob Caudle has a wig in that box for her.
Oh come
Well, you
on.
need to
He's got
hit the
weave in
5.
there.
You need to hit the 5-star review, and then I'll get started on this episode. 48
Okay,
minutes
hold on.
in.
Let me.
47 minutes in.
We got a couple of 5-star reviews. What a mess the world is. We have like real problems, and we're worried about the foursome of Mark Madden and Ric Flair and Will Smith and Chris Rock.
That is
They ain't worried
true.
about. They ain't worried about us.
Very
Yeah,
true.
for
We just
real,
spent
dude.
40 minutes talking about it.
Oh God.
All right, we got
Yeah.
one from a fella here. It says, "Hi,